Andy Goldsworthy, working in Northdale and in the heart of the North York Moors, has been busy on an ongoing project. Conceived as one single artwork, Hanging Stones has been commissioned by the David Ross Foundation. Andy Goldsworthy has continued working on the project during the pandemic. He invites the visitor to walk between buildings, each one rediscovered, reimagined, repurposed and inspired to create artworks that all contribute to the experience and understanding of the landscape. With reference to social history and the people who lived and worked in the valley, there is a physicality about Andy's work, a connection to the landscape through memory. Each stone cleaned, dressed and replaced connects to the hand of the 17th century stonemason, the farmer and now the sculptor. Each building, when entered, reveals an artwork, hidden but in plain sight, in familiar buildings, in a familiar landscape. There is a beauty to each work that reveals through discovery and creativity a sense of place, but also a sculptor's quest to make sense of the environment through feelings, ideas and the use of natural materials in a post-pandemic world, rediscovering its relationship to the countryside and its place within our lives, well-being and imagination.
This was conceived during lockdown and made in between lockdowns. So it's very much this work would not have happened but for the lockdown and what occurred. And I was hoping to make a work with thorns. I wanted to make something on hanging stones during that period, and we were having issues with getting permission to do that particular piece. And I was talking to David Ross, or writing to him about things, and Dave was saying something like, I could do something really hopeful for making this work when we're after lockdown and we come out of that. And it's probably that sense of wanting to make something that has a sense of uplifting. And this work is now linked, connected to that moment, that time. And it was conceived, I remember when I was trying, I knew the building. I'd been here many times, but I'd never resolved it as a work. As how to unlock the building as a work. It was very tall for a building, for one of these buildings, and the door was in the side there. And I was lying in my hammock, which sounds like I'm a little lazy, like lying in my hammock, but it was an intense lie in my hammock. Yeah. It's like this, I've got to figure this out, And then I realised if I put the door in the centre, it unlocks the space. And that was like this epiphany. Yeah. And that allowed this to happen. Yeah. And this work was...
So you're smiling now, so what are you thinking of?
It's very pleasurable to be back in here. Yeah. This is... it's a moment. I really haven't. No one. I don't think probably the first person apart from David Ross and his friends who's been here, or the farmers and locals. I haven't been in here with anybody.
Right.
So it's.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
It's a bit of a. And I'm just figuring it out and drinking it in. It's.
So will this be a happy moment?
I guess it is, and each time I come in, the light's different. If we were on a day when it's cloudy and sunny, you're getting this kind of in out. Sometimes it's very dark. I was so surprised. You were saying earlier how is light important? Obviously, this is the light, but it's equally important inside a building. This throbs and glows and moves with light in here. It's actually more attuned to the light than outside in many ways in here. And I had no idea it'd be so light I thought it was really dark
Yeah.
in the inside. It's really, I could read a book in here. I mean, I could easily. It's an incredible light, isn't it?
Yeah.
If I'd said to you, I'm going to illuminate a building this size with an oculus this big, you would say, oh, it's going to be really dark.
Yeah.
You know, I love getting it wrong. In a good way.